Hello everyone, and this is Yan, and today I would like to propose a social media strategy for banking and financial service introduction across the world, in particular the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. In the age of the information technology, social media platform has become the effective tool for diverse type of organizations to engage their stakeholders, especially their customers. Thus, this project focuses on the interaction of social media with modern banking industry, also known as social banking. The title of the project can be stated as Social Banking Strategy, Future of Brand, and Connecting Bank with the Social Network Side for Commonwealth Bank of Australia, so CBA. First of all, I will introduce and justify the purpose and provide a description of the social banking project. In general, the social banking strategy is aimed to increasing the engagement of stakeholders in the strategy management of the CBA and improving its customer experience. This is interpreted that throughout the increased stakeholder engagement, there is a higher chance for that the bank which have adopted the social banking strategy will gain a better reputation and gain the suitable competitive advantage, which can be different the CBA from the competitor over the median and non-one. Yes, before I illustrate the project strategy, I will critical to have a critical review of the background of the competitive banking strategy, especially the CBA. It should be noted that due to the strict regulation with the banking of the financial service industry, bank and other financial institutions and has been slow to embrace and make use of the innovation technique in comparison with the other industry. The banking and financial service industry is rather elite in their education to introduce and apply the technology involved into the business model and its operation, and included the usage of the social media. The failure of embrace the and take advantage of the social media can weaken the competitiveness of the bank and financial service provide in competition with the virus. In addition, it should be noted that in the age of the social media, the failure of the use media can have a negative influence over the stakeholder engagement strategy of bank and financial service institutions, such as the CBA, especially the young customer stakeholder base. Hence, more and more equivalent marketing director of CBA have become aware of the strategy significance of the social banking strategy, which emphasize the usage of the social media for customer engagement. And much research have shown that the social banking strategy can help reshape the competitive landscape and the global banking financial service industry. To be more specific, because of the social banking strategy, the banks and the financial service institution, especially CBA, and expect more engaged stakeholder, more satisfied customer, and as well as higher revenues and better brand image. Hence, as far as I am concerned, the integration of social media in the business of the bank and financial service industry and under the strategy of social banking will lead the banking of financial service industry into more customer engaged future. The capital of the bank of the financial service introduction to make use of the benefits for the social media stakeholder engagement will determine their competitiveness in a highly competitive industry. Thus, the social banking strategy is recommended to the CBA. Next, I think it is critical to define some key strategy for the social banking project in CBA. In the first place, the executive of the Commonwealth Bank of Australia should show the leadership commitment to social banking strategy and have a significant Commonwealth communication with the key stakeholder customer. In order to persuade them of the strategy important benefit and the key principle of the social banking strategy, The leadership commitment and involvement of the key stakeholder is in the process and reduce their battery as well as the resistance of the organization change or development. In the second place, the CBA should clarify the identity of the participation group and highlight their need of the behaviors. And as the show base of the management strategy, it should be emphasized that as the social banking strategy is aimed to engage the customer in the organization, they need to be expression of the customer should be put into the focus of the strategy. In other words, all the strategy enrolled in the social banking project should intend to advance the customer experience and customer satisfaction. In the third place, the CBA should be selected in choosing the design of the social media platform. It should be highlighted that less is more. The CBA should make every effort is identified to the domain and most important social media tool in the future project to reduce the risk of the customer confusion and heighten the effectivity of the implementation of the project. And it has been found that when the organization develop several social media at the same time and make marketing of the stakeholder engagement strategy, it is possible that the stakeholder will be more confused about which one is to focus. The confusion of the function will be bring the stakeholder to get engaged with the organization. The fourth place is that the CBA should take use of the incentive of the encourager in the participation of participate group and to motivate the group working groups. For instance, the bank can launch the campaign to encourage the customer to post positive word for mouth over the product and service of the organization on one particular social media. In the fifth place, the bank should be take full use of the customer data on the social media and big data to find out the new trends for the customer need to be preferred, which it will be the future activity of new product development. And lastly, the band of the CBA should develop and identify several key performance indicators and keep moderation the perform of the social banking strategy. The meanwhile, the bank should keep learning for the successful case or the of other campaign on organization. In terms of integrating social media in strategy management or stakeholder engagement. As mentioned in the summary of the key strategy, the identification of the participatory group and the development of the proposed social media platform to target and encourage the participant group are vitally important for the effective inclusion in social banking strategy. First, the social banking strategy in CBA targets the customer, especially those from younger ages, as the participant group. Second, the mission of the participant group strategy is to promote the engagement and interaction of the target customer in the strategy management of the bank. In addition, it is the anticipate that the customer experience can be obtained throughout the participant group strategy. Third, to support the customer engagement, several key social media platforms should be selected and designed. For CBA, Facebook and Twitter can be turned out of the effective social media channel. On Facebook, the customer of the bank can share their story or experience with the bank, while the organization can interact with the following accordingly. On Twitter, the bank can keep customer posts of the latest news and about the brand and share some useful information. To maximum of the engagement of the participant group in social banking strategy, the bank can consider the following tactics. For instance, the development of the social media platform should consider need and feature of the participant group and decide the proposed social media or social network site to meet the need of the customer. In addition, the bank should promote the social media among the potential participation and provide the incentive to encourage them to take use of the social network platform. Moreover, the bank should use the campaign and offer them to retain the activity usage of the social media. Apart from the participation group, the bank, which show committed to the social banking strategy, should also significant the importance of the working groups. The formation and the management of working group consisted the professional are also of the vital importance of the imperatively of the social banking strategy. The working group can comprise of the professionals from the discipline, such as the IT professionals, marketing and PR professionals, customer service management, as well as the financial management and so far. If the bank does not have the professionals who was in the discipline of the information technology of social media, the bank can consider the outsource of the foundation to the third-party company or the professionals. And to engage the working groups, several information technology and communication tools can be developed, such as the information system of the organization, email, or the social media, such as the Facebook. And here is the evidence of the network technology. I had the communication by email and Facebook and Twitter, which platform I mentioned before. Yeah. And here comes the case analysis. The proposal for the social banking project has drawn lessons and insight from the successful case and the lecture from the discourse, and it is underpinned that through the critical case analysis, the mission on the social banking strategy can be achieved, including the enhancement of the stakeholder engagement and improve the customer experience over the medium and long run. First is the Tourism Australia. Yeah. In 2013, and the Tourism Australia has launched a social media campaign to promote Australia as the travel destination. And as an essential component of the social media strategy, Tourism of Australia built up the platform of several famous and popular social media sites, such as Facebook and Twitter, and encourage the follower to tell their own story via usage generation content. Thus, the goal of the Tourism Australia was create a platform for the storytelling of evidence. It was held that this is a strategy would help promote the brand awareness of the Tourism Australia. And this strategy turned out of the successful and effective as it helped Australia to be one of the most popular traveling destinations across the world. The strategy of the Tourism Australia can be applied in the case of the social banking in the future. To be more specific, the banks of the financial service institution should build up the platform to encourage the customer to talk more about their needs, experience, and experience with the organization. The storytelling based and generated content will contribute to the branding and the marketing of these banks of the financial service integration. Yeah. In addition, according to the legend of the Interbrewing, the change of the middays of the leader of the institution of the organization, especially in terms of their attitude and perspective of the enrolled patient, will have a significant impact over the platform of the business in the near future. Thus, the legend of entrepreneurship is trying to simulate the chance of the midst among the institutional and change the market and encourage them to embrace the benefit of social media. In the context of the social banking, the change of the midst the change of the minister is critical. In the past, the senior manager in ban of the financial service institution had to use the social media as form of the technological innovation. And however, it is the time for the senior management of this bank to reshape their minister and significantly change the importance of the innovation innovation of the social media under the framework of the social banking. From this project, I have achieved some key learning which can turn out to the useful and valuable for my future career management and development. Firstly, I'm more aware of the critical role and contribute of the innovation of the social media for the strategy management of organization, especially the term of stakeholder engagement, business. From this project, I have achieved some key learning, which turn out to be useful value for my future career management and development. Firstly, I am more aware of the critical role and contribute to innovation of the social media for the strategy management of organization, especially in terms of the stakeholder engagement. Businesses which have the mission to increase the stakeholder engagement and improve the customer experience should consider using the social media for marketing. Second, the management should be aware of the fact that social media strategy will not guarantee the success of the stakeholder engagement. To improve the performance of the strategy, it is critically important that the manager should select the purpose social media platform to use the effective incentive to encourage the participation of the participating group. Third, the business should also develop the purpose strategy to motivate the working group to deliver the better performance in the future. Fourth, the social banking based off the adoption of the invitation social media technology can become an effective strategy adapted for the bank and financial service institution to gain the suitable competitive advantage over the medium and long run. However, I have still some questions to regard the project. I'm not sure what is the necessary and significant critical criterion of the selection of the social media tool, how to decide when to use the Facebook and when to adopt Twitter. Yes, so this is all my presentation, and thank you for your attention. I appreciate any advice. And here's the reference below. Thank you.